Well, I want to show you another picture. I've been showing lots of pictures. This comes from Facebook and from an EV group that I participate in here. Look at that. That is a smoking BMW i8 that apparently was just
at a mini dealership,
but just beginning to catch fire in Germany. The mechanics pulled it out of the garage, but check out what the fire department did. Yeah, they craned it and dumped it into this container with water and foam. Yeah, baby. That is one way to put that fire out. And honestly,
so does the fire department drive around with a big vat?
Right.
No, but I don't know. Maybe they do, but I'm going to guess at some point in Germany, they're probably going to make every shop that works on EVs get one of these tanks.
Yeah, I don't
know.
As quickly as a lithium car, I mean, we've all seen the videos of these things just going ballistic at like nothing. But you need the crane, you need the tank.
Yeah.
You need to get the car you need to get the car to the crane, which is next to the filled tank. I mean, there's a lot of logistics going on here.
Yeah. As the car is exploding in your face, I don't know how they could do that.
It's a pretty energetic fire.
That said,
well, maybe the crane has a summons mode that it just goes and finds the car and drops it in the tank.
A summons mode. I like
extreme car washing.
Get in the tank while patting it on the butt. Get in the tank. Get in the tank.
Yes.
So how long does it need to stay in the tank until they're sure that the temperatures have gone down enough that it's
they leave it in there 24 hours.
Is that enough?
Until the water evaporates.
Right.
Then they fill it up again.
Yeah.
But I mean, we've seen Teslas that have caught fire. 12 hours later, they caught fire again, and they caught, you know what I mean? Like, this is a problem, and this is one way to address that problem.
But
I'm not saying
realistically, it's not I always say there's dozens and dozens of gas cars that catch on fire every day in every country, and
they don't even make the
news. They don't have tanks to dunk them in, you know.
But their fuel will all dissipate once the tank is punctured, unlike the
eventually a runaway lithium fire will put itself out when it runs out of fuel.
After a couple hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Days.
I'm not trying to spread FUD here about electric vehicles and that this is an uncommon occurrence. But the other side of it is this isn't the same as a gas vehicle burning, and you have to deal with it differently. You can't, flood the thing with foam or something necessarily.
Because gas fires, according to Hollywood, always go blow up the whole neighborhood.
Right.
So in the Tesla firefighter training, they tell you don't puncture the battery pack. Just keep soaking it with water to keep the temperature down. And then after you've soaked it, soak it some more.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if they don't have a name for these tanks, I would like to recommend the name the Fukushima tank.
No, I got one. The Frunk tank.
A Frunk dunk. How's that?
Dunk tank.
Yes.
Frunk dunkers.
Frunk dunkers. All right, show title.
There we go.
Frunk dunkers.
Yep.
I kind of like that, actually.
It's true. If it's a runaway thermal event, it could go to China, through the bottom of the tank.
Melt right through the planet and go through. I like planning ahead. I like saying we have this thing. How do we deal with it? What's the best way to deal with it? And it may or may not be having guys with hoses standing there.
I just can't imagine even in Europe being that many of those special tanks. It's almost like they put a tank behind this dealership and made this thermal event just to test their tank.
That could be what it is too.
Maybe.
I don't
maybe it was a training event.
That's not the story. I mean, the story, and I'll read it from Facebook, from the people that this apparently happened at. This morning, an electric car in the showroom started smoking due to quick acting from employees of the garage and the fire department. The car was driven outside because it's an electric car. Inventive acting was needed. The car was immersed in a tank filled with water because extinguishing it the normal way can be difficult with these cars. For the next 24 hours, the car will remain in the tank. I mean, anytime there's a fire in an electric car, it's totaled, right?
Yeah.
We had this discussion before the show.
Yeah. And I mean, I get it, in internal combustion engine cars, we see them, they they sit on the side of the road and they're burning, and yeah, but I don't expect electric cars to just spontaneously combust, on the side of the road. But Paul, you
Unless they're made by BMW.
know that when a car is being worked on, there's the possibility of shorting something, or if someone's doing modifications, like happened at that one garage that we saw, that the guy was making what was like the Disney float thing with electric.
Yes.
And he
That's
removed all the thermal cooling or whatever, and had a runaway event. In that kind of situation, I could see something like this happening.
Yeah. He was charging it with
if you're properly trained and know what you're doing, it's unlikely. Just like if you're a properly trained mechanic working on a gas car, it's not going to catch on flames, but it happens. I mean, there's repair shops burned down, cars fall off a lift because people do stupid things. So, I mean, you can't take stupid out of the equation.
Right.
So why, if like Russell said before the show, the electric car fire is going to total the car. Why not just let them burn out like you do with gas cars? Keep it under control and just let it burn itself to pieces, and then you're done with it. You don't have to worry about it recombusting because it's done.
All right. And then just call the owner and say, something bad just happened.
The battery packs with a traditional soaking of a hose can reignite after a period of time.
Yeah.
If you were to take it and dunk it in a tank, it's not going to recombust. You'll be cooling it all the time. Yeah. But the traditional way, it just they are maybe not as well trained on an electric car, therefore they maybe don't soak it as much. But there's still that problem that a few hours later, as it's sitting there, it can combust again, and then they have to start over again.
Right. But I'm saying don't even cool it down. Just make sure nothing around it catches fire and let it go.
Yeah, but isn't that like highly explosive beside a plant or like a shop, whatever? You could be damaging people. You could be damaging property.
Okay.
The guy sit there with a hose and watch it for 24 hours.
No, I think what Casey is proposing actually does make sense. You take the same tank, you just don't fill it with water. You turn it over, and you just
It's quicker to move it around.
Yeah, you just drop it right on top of the car. You let the car do its thing, and 48 hours later, you lift the tank and see what's left.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know about that. Like just putting a cup over a spider or something,
right.
Like, this car's burning. There's lava coming out from underneath the container. Who knows?
You just slap a sticker on it that says "Do not remove," and you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think you'll see any U.S. fire departments getting an electric car dunk tank anytime.
Probably not. I still think it's a good idea, not this specific idea, but I think it's good to look at strategies for dealing with this. Someday there will be a lot of electric cars, and we need a strategy to deal with a lot of electric cars.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're different than gas cars. You can't necessarily do the same thing. That's all. It's not bad. And they burn a lot less frequently than gas cars. Thank God.
Yeah. I wonder when the next Hollywood movie with an electric car catching fire will
so it'll go into a pool and then everybody will get zapped.
Yeah.
But that doesn't happen.